Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you guys are enjoying the content that we're throwing up. And make sure you guys hit the like button if you enjoy the video. And yeah, let's begin. What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and we are back with another installment of our Beyond Omega level series where we discuss the most powerful characters in comics. And for this episode, we're focusing on one of the most powerful and most prominent villains of the DC universe, True Form Darkseid. Now, Darkseid was created by Jack Kirby and first appeared in Forever People #1 in 1971. Darkseid was originally known as Prince Yuxas, the son of King Yuga Khan and Queen Hegra of Apocalypse, a planet that's completely covered by one hellish city. Now, Yuga Khan is able to wield the Omega Force, an extremely powerful energy source, and one of his sons, Drax, tries to gain access to the Omega Force, but before he can, he's murdered by his brother Yuxas. And so exposure to the Omega Force drastically transforms Yuxas' appearance, and he begins using the moniker of Darkseid. Not satisfied with killing only one family member, Darkseid follows up his brother's murder by ordering the murder of his mother Hegra, who'd arranged to have Darkseid's wife killed as she thought she was a bad influence on her son. Now, upon his mother's death, Darkseid ascends to the throne of Apocalypse, which he rules in a brutal, tyrannical fashion as he strives to win the constantly ongoing war with New Genesis. Now, if Apocalypse was Jack Kirby's version of hell, then New Genesis was its heavenly counterpart and was home to a race of divine beings called the New Gods, but it's always being attacked by Darkseid's forces. Eventually, Darkseid's ambitions would extend beyond New Genesis, and he would try and invade Earth as well, which would put him at odds with the Justice League and Superman in particular. Now, this was the version of Darkseid's origin that remained in place from the time he was introduced until DC's reboot with the New 52 line in 2011. Now, in the New 52 continuity, Yuxas was not a prince, but a farmer. Fed up with laboring just to survive, Yuxas decides the gods must not care about ordinary people and devises a plan to get revenge on them. And so while the gods slept, Yuxas climbed the mountain where they live and whispers doubts into their ears, prompting them to go to war with one another. And so when the gods weaken from battle, Yuxas kills each of them in turn, stealing their power and becoming Darkseid, the first of the new gods. He then proceeds to destroy his homeworld and create Apocalypse in its place. Now, as a member of the New Gods, Darkseid is both immortal and extremely powerful. Darkseid is a being of nearly immeasurable strength and was able to crush an extremely durable Green Lantern ring with his bare hands. His punches are strong enough to deal significant damage to some of the strongest heroes in DC Comics, such as Superman, Captain Atom, and Eclipso, who's an entity on par with the Spectre, so being able to harm him is a pretty big deal. Furthermore, Darkseid is nearly invulnerable, having been completely unfazed by a blast that was said to be strong enough to kill any living thing, as well as an explosion that was supposedly able to destroy everything in existence. Darkseid's most potent attacks are derived from his ability to wield the Omega Effect, which is a vast source of cosmic energy that Darkseid uses in various ways. The most common way we see Darkseid utilize the Omega Effect is in the form of the devastating Omega Beams. These beams can generate enough concussive force to knock out Mon-El and Supergirl and harm Superman and even the Spectre. Now, once a target is hit with the Omega Beams, it's nearly impossible for them to escape unless Darkseid wants them to, and even Superman was unable to escape them. Additionally, Darkseid can use the beams to literally remove his opponents from existence if he chooses to. Darkseid can also use the Omega Sanction, which he uses to trap a victim in an endless stream of lives that gets successively worse. So the person trapped in the Omega Sanction lives out a life, dies, and is born again into a new, more hopeless life, and this cycle repeats itself for eternity with no chance of escape. Now, another aspect of Darkseid's power is his vast telepathic ability, which has been shown to be stronger than those of Martian Manhunter, who's considered to be one of DC's strongest telepaths. Not only was Darkseid able to telepathically control Martian Manhunter, but he was also able to mentally control a planet's entire population, which measured at around 3 billion individuals. And Darkseid also possesses telekinesis, can teleport to any point in the universe instantaneously, and is able to manipulate the time stream. Even more impressively, Darkseid is able to manipulate matter and was able to create a starship larger than the state of New York using only a fraction of his power, and is also proven to be able to resurrect the dead with very little effort. Additionally, Darkseid is incredibly intelligent and has access to incredibly advanced technology, far beyond that which exists on Earth, and his tyrannical rule of Apocalypse has resulted in countless hordes of blindly loyal minions that serve Darkseid's every command without hesitation. And so with all that being said, it's clear that Darkseid is one of the most powerful villains in the DC universe. universe. He's easily capable of destroying planets. We saw him do just that in the New 52 origin story right before he created Apocalypse. And I think that sometimes fans don't really get an accurate idea of how powerful Darkseid is because of one particular individual, Superman. If we think about it logically, Darkseid is vastly more powerful than Superman, and we've seen him just casually smack Superman around on several occasions when one punch sent Superman into the source wall and trapped him there temporarily. Furthermore, he has proven to be stronger than other Kryptonians like Supergirl and was much stronger than Mon-El, who belongs to the Daxamite race, which are very similar to Kryptonians in the sense that he punched him into a coma. And so if we're being objective in our analysis, Darkseid should defeat Superman anytime they cross paths. But of course, that doesn't happen because Superman's a good guy, and at the end of the day, superhero comic books exist for the good guy to overcome the odds and seemingly defeat unbeatable villains. And that, like I said, the funny thing about this is that all these power feats, all these feats that we've listed here, right? All the things that we've shown that Darkseid can do, this is an avatar. This is a copy of Darkseid that he sends to himself. That's why we're calling this true form Darkseid, because every single this is where things kind of get metatextual and it gets a little bonkers. Every single instance that you've seen of Darkseid in DC Comics is just a facsimile of himself. It's Darkseid creating more or less an avatar and sending that avatar forward and then having that avatar do a particular thing, right? Invade Earth during the New 52 Justice League during the first story arc, you know, or I don't know, like face off against the Anti-Monitor or something like that. True form Darkseid is Darkseid on a metatextual level. It's Darkseid as a concept. And the reason why is because Darkseid represents ultimate evil. He represents the concept of evil. And so long as there are sentient beings that exist anywhere in the multiverse, there will be good and there will be evil, right? That's why like Highfather is kind of like that you know, there's true form Highfather. That's one of the things that made Darkseid so crazy. When Darkseid, quote unquote, you know, basically won and he defeated Highfather, then in effect, evil began to overtake goodness because there really wasn't any goodness anymore. And so all the different heroes started losing to all the villains, regardless of how powerful they were, right? Because the true form Darkseid had defeated true form Highfather, and that basically led to evil winning over good in every single form, right? So again, it's a concept, it's an ideology. True form Darkseid could never truly be defeated, and aside from Highfather, there's no one out there that could successfully defeat him because Highfather, you know, true form Highfather is the true antithesis to true form Darkseid, right? So only absolute good can defeat absolute evil, and Superman is not that. So that's why when people make arguments and they say things like, well, you know, Doomsday defeated Darkseid. Doomsday defeated a facsimile of Darkseid, right? He defeated a copy of Darkseid that was nowhere near as powerful as his true form. If you want to know more about true form Darkseid, go check out Grant Morrison's Final Crisis. It's a little bit crazy, and it's Grant Morrison being Grant Morrison, right? Like nobody understands what Grant Morrison means when he creates stuff. Grant Morrison fans will tell you they do, but they don't. They probably had to read the story like 5 or 6 times in order to begin to understand what he was talking about. Grant Morrison's crazy, right? That's really all it comes down to. But on this, he was right? That's one of the cool things there. So yeah, true form Darkseid, with all the stuff that we've seen here in terms of like the actual feats he's accomplished over the course of DC Comics, these are avatars, these are facsimiles. As impressive as these are, none of these compare to what true form Darkseid can actually do, which is in effect anything and everything. The only reason why I didn't really cover that is because it'd be like a 30-second video, right? Beyond Omega level, true form Darkseid. He can do anything he wants to, and his death almost destroyed the entirety of the multiverse, or at least his falling, you know, almost destroyed the entirety of the multiverse. True form Darkseid can never really be defeated. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace. Like it would kind of be a pretty quick and boring video. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna bring this video to an end. If you are new here to Comics Explained, make sure you guys hit the sub button to become part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like, and I will catch you all later. Peace.